Guys. All right, let's see if we can set this up. Can someone just confirm you can hear me? You're gonna have to take yourself off of mute.
Confirm, confirm. I can hear you.
All right.
Yep.
So what's going on, guys? Who do we got? So we had literally about 64 people uh confirm that they wanted to join. I think we had about 56 or so confirm on the invite, maybe a little bit off on that. And then we have about 100 and maybe a little bit over 100 more part of this other unofficial RCA study group that may potentially join in the weeks to come. But we'll have this recorded for everybody. I don't want to wait for any. I want to get started. It'll be recorded so anybody else can join. I just want to start by saying that initially I did not plan to have this as part of a. I did not plan to have a PowerPoint or anything. I literally thought that post that I put on LinkedIn was going to have maybe 2 or 3 people that I could join up with and create an accountability group. And then so many people showed interest. I'd really love for as many of those people that showed interest to start joining. It'll be a lot more fun. So then when that happened, I wanted to create a PowerPoint. But listen, I want this is going to be very short PowerPoint. Okay. Bear with me, hang tight. I'm going to go through these things. Feel free to pop in with some questions if you have some. And I'm just going to go ahead and get started. All right. So welcome to the unofficial RCA study group. You kind of know the history and the background of how this kind of came about. And it just really has turned into something that I think is going to be a lot more fun. All right. So this is the quick agenda. Hey, Pallavi, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that. Quick agenda. We do a quick welcome introduction. I want this to be a community, so we don't have to hear from everybody. I'm not a super fan of the go around the room, but I'd love to hear from somebody who maybe is a little bit more extroverted. Tell us a little bit about why you're here. I'll tell you a little bit myself. Also, want to just make sure that we're finalizing that group poll that was sent out. If you don't know about it, I'll provide the link again so that we can all kind of be aware of where we are and what we're here for. And then talking about that, we're going to just quickly identify the purpose for us. I'm a big believer, for those of you who do know me, I'm a big believer in purpose and habits and that sort of thing. And I think that's a foundational key to success. Talk about the group expectations of why are we here? What are we doing? Why are we doing this? What do we expect out of each other? How do we make it the best experience possible? And then quickly go over the study format, the plan overview. Nothing shocking there. It's going to basically be what Relativity subscribes. And then we're going to add some add-ons, which is the next bullet here, which is going to be the Quizlets and the streak points, which we're going to try to gamify this a little bit. And then some other cool things that we're thinking about. Last but not least, we are completely, and when I say me, it's everybody, open to suggestion of what might be helpful and what might be fun and interesting to make this group better. This is a group effort. This is not a Daniel training you guys. This is a group effort. All right. So first, quick welcome. My name is Daniel Cavazos. I've been in the industry for about 19 years now. Love e-discovery, love the tech of it, love how fast things move. Interestingly enough, as you've seen in my posts, I have not received my RCA. I've just been learning as I go and have been successful at what I do and been able to provide clients with the best service and relativity. So you learn along the way, just like I imagine most of you do. But due to recent situation, I need to get my RCA. I'd like for others to know, and I'd like to kind of put that notch on the belt to say, yes, this has been certified. And I imagine that's what everybody's here for. Sorry, the camera's here. So we want to make sure to help you guys get there as a team, right? So can I hear anybody, maybe Penny, since you mentioned, and Penny, you and I go way back, I don't know, probably 18 years ago when I first started the industry. You just want to maybe say hello, introduce yourself, where you're at, and kind of what you expect to get out of this group. A little bit about yourself.
Sure. Hi, Daniel. Hi, everybody. It's really good to see you, Daniel. It has been a long time, and we do go way back. Of course, as Daniel said, we worked together for many years. I think it was 9 years that I was at the old place that we were working at, and it was really cool. We were very, we were all a team, which we would help each other really engage into the stuff that the clients wanted, and back then we weren't even in relativity. We were with iPro, I believe. So yeah, it was a new thing for all of us. I am now working for Lighthouse, and I am in the hosting department. So like Daniel, myself, I have been in the industry I left the industry for a little while, so a total of 11, 12 years, I think, that I've been doing this. And I really want to get my relativity certification due to, this is my career. This is my passion. So definitely really excited to get to start this journey, and then especially with Daniel, since we go way back. So hopefully we can all get the knowledge that we need and pass this test together. I'm located in El Paso, but of course I work remote. So yeah, I mean, hopefully we can get this together, guys, and it'll be a great learning experience for all of us. Daniel, thank you so much for setting this up. I mean, you have always been very passionate, and whatever you do, you're very passionate. So I know we're gonna get through this together.
Great. Thanks, Penny. I'm so glad you're here. Just maybe one or two more guys. Don't want to spend the entire time on this. Maybe Akshar, Stephen, Lisa.
Hey guys, Stephen Whaley. I kind of fell into e-discovery, I think as most do, tripped into it really. Um, I started at CS Disco, so started with a little bit more user-friendly platform, and then kind of went over to Epic, and worked there for a few years as a project manager, and then I moved on to ONA, so a little bit more left side EDRM. So I've worked in a lot of different platforms, Everlaw, Logical, all those good ones. But relativity is obviously the big one, and I think an important part of this is as the job market kind of changes over time, and adding to my credentials is going to be really important to me as I've kind of shifted a little bit, through the years to different jobs. I think the RCA will kind of push me to the front of the line in some regards. So I appreciate everybody throwing this together. And Daniel, to you, thank you very much.
Hey, no problem. This is going to be thanks to all of us because it's going to take all of us to get this done. I love the comment. This love for rediscovery is wild to me. I'm not sure what side that's coming from, but I think for me anyway, the challenge of rediscovery has always been what's been exciting to me and where the love comes from. But
yeah, no, I like I love the enthusiasm about it. E-discovery is, I don't know, I'm sure you guys have done like the 2 a.m. productions, but that stuff kills me. Just like late nights and cleaning DAT files and stuff like that is tough, but I do love the challenge.
Yeah, I hear that. All right, maybe Akshar. One more. I would love to hear you guys' voice. I don't see anybody else on camera. I don't think. Actually, I don't see the camera at all on my computer on my screens. But
Hello everyone,
hey,
this side Akshar. I am from India. I'm basically looking for RCA this time. It's been more than 40, around 14 years for me working in a e-discovery, and it's around. I have basically pushed a lot of myself in doing a lot of certifications. I hold most of the relativity certifications which are at initial level, but RCA is still missing. So would like to go with RCA this time. Uh, I have worked for a lot of not a lot law firms, but a lot of companies in India. Uh, I recently I'm working with Lighthouse, and prior to that, I have worked for Deloitte around 5.5 years approximately. Daniel and me basically met on LinkedIn, I think 3.5 years ago approximately, and we had a great communication at that time. Thanks, Daniel, for arranging this meeting, and I'm hoping that we will get through this certification this time.
oh yeah, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. As long as you commit, as long as everyone's committed, we're gonna make it happen. Roman, one more. I see you comment.
Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well this beautiful Saturday. Roman on this side. Just to give you guys a little bit of background about myself. I'm probably one of the newer guys in e-discovery during this call. I've only been doing e-discovery project management for a little under 3 years. I worked at TransPerfect on the hosting side, and now I'm in-house. Not sure if you guys are familiar with Arnold and Porter, but that's where I am now. And I feel pretty capable of getting the RCA, but I relativity makes these tests a little confusing. You know, they want you to almost get the questions wrong, right? I think the success rate is 50%. Every 10 people, only 5 people pass it. So Daniel, thank you very much for setting this up. I'm very excited to kick this off, and I hope to continue to see you guys on the calls on a weekly basis so we can get this done.
Love it. Love it. Thanks for sharing, Roman. And you're not wrong. And I think, I mean, depends on how you look at it. I think if we assume the best here, then relativity is really just trying to make sure that we understand at a very deep level what we know. At least that's how I choose to look at it, because otherwise, yeah, it feels very much like they're trying to trick us. So more to come on that. We have a lot. I think we have people that have taken it before, so they can give some insight on what to expect. I just recently took a pro cert, and the proctor progress, or the proctor situation, was wild to me, and I think sharing that experience will be helpful to anybody else who takes it, because it's a little bit more stringent and like the rules and how they set things up.
Yeah.
So it's,
To
yep.
add to that, I actually took the RCA maybe a year and 2 months into e-discovery just to get a feel for what the test would be like as
Yep.
the company covered it. And I completely agree that the extent to which they go to make sure that there isn't anything within the room is extreme, to say the least.
Yeah, it's checking anything and everything, palms, back of the ears. But we want to go into details, like things like that will also help the group to be ready and prepared for the time that, when it comes to actually taking it. But we really want to get to the meat of knowing the exam information. So we'll start there. So next thing is very important. There's a very short poll for this group. We're going to share the information. Nothing confidential. It's just kind of where are you at in the world, and what's your comfort level with relativity, that sort of thing. So please go there. I created this bit.ly, the short link, in order to make it easy to kind of write down if you need. It's also in the invite, and it's in the emails. Please just take the time to do that. It doesn't take but maybe 2 minutes, if that. So please copy that down, take a screenshot, do whatever you got to do, and make sure that's in. We're going to start giving points, just as a kind of precursor. We're going to start giving points to the different things that are part of this group, to kind of gamify the process. The more you interact, the more that you speak within the group, the more you're on camera within the group, that sort of thing, the more points you get. And so I'll talk about that. I don't want to give too much away, but important, please copy that down and do that the moment you get the earliest convenience. All right, moving on. Real quick, purpose, right? So there's only 11 slides here, guys. We're already halfway through. The purpose of this group, community, is number one. That's what's going to make this fun. I don't know about you guys, but I much prefer coming to a group of people to talk about things and have a sounding board and someone to ask questions to, versus just sitting in a room by myself. I think most of us in this industry get ADHD from going back and forth to different projects, and it's probably 10 times harder for us to get that done without a community and people to actually talk to. At least that's what I think. Accountability. If you come to this, we're going to hold each other accountable. We're going to have a gamification of it, so we'll know kind of where your ranking is at. It's no shaming of anybody. This is an open and honest group. We're going to try to help those that fall behind. Some of us will reach out and say, hey, do you need some help catching up, or did you kind of fall off because of some things? You want to just try it again next time. And we're going to try to keep that communication open because we want to have this this community and group and hold each other accountable. And obviously, the purpose of this is really to pass the RCA within this community and with this accountability that we're going to build for each other. So, what to expect, right? How do we make this worth it for each other? I mean, what do we expect out of this group? Just can I get like one word? So this is interactive, maybe from someone that we haven't heard yet. Like, what do you expect out of this group? I'll start. There's a self-study component, right? The expectation for me in this group is that I have to do my own self-study, right? This is not a come to class, watch somebody show me, and then I go off and do it. This is a very much self-study, but this is about community and accountability. Anybody else? What kind of expectations are you looking to receive, and or do you expect that we need to do to make this successful? A little bit of a harder question. Sai, maybe? Darshan?
Yeah,
Just,
so basically, yes, please go ahead. Sorry.
I was just trying to get people to get motivated to speak. I was going to say consistency.
Consistency, great. Yeah, 100%. And we're gonna gamify that as well. Lisa?
Sorry, there was a notification that popped up over my button. Accountability is one that you said, but I've been in this industry for a while and I was out of it for a little bit. So now I'm catching up on relativity and just kind of filling in the gaps because I worked at a vendor or two vendors recently, and it's very segmented versus working at a law firm. And so you only do certain tasks. So just filling in the gaps of what I already know. And I've been kind of hesitant to do that because I don't even know where to start, especially since I'm not working in e-discovery right now. So I don't have my hands in relativity actively.
Got it. Well, hopefully we'll have some real world experiences and we'll have some stories as well to share from the group, I would imagine. And we can definitely help, even if you're not in the industry actively at this moment. Okay. I'm just going to go through a list real quick just to keep this short. Again, I just want to keep this moving. That's the expectation of what you want to get out of it. 100%. I agree. I'm right there with you. And I imagine most of us, if not all of us, are also there. Consistency is another thing I heard. I think that's the accountability, self-study, seeking feedback, right? Being interactive. If you're shy, it's okay. We're all kind of shy. And this is not, no one's going to judge you here. This is not, nobody's boss is here. I hope not. This is us as a community coming together and learning. No wrong answers, no dumb questions. A real open and honest community is what we're looking to create here. We want integrity, right? No sharing of questions that we know are on the quiz. That type of stuff. We want to do this the right way. Respect and supporting of others. Doing your own work, having that weekly commitment with consistency and participation, I think. All right. Anything else? I know I said a lot there. Uh, 100 from Penny and can you tell us how to pronounce your name? Abhyudai?
It's Abhyuday.
Abhyudai.
Yeah.
I love the way that rolls off the tongue. All right, so you're motivated, and we want to be motivated when we come to this call for
Correct.
sure.
Like when you see that RCA like handbook, it's like ton of pages. Like it's like hyperlink of hyperlinks. So when you open and start studying that, obviously we will get like demotivated. Like how can we like go through all these stuffs? So from this group, like we can get some Quizlets and like questions that may expect income in the RCA. So we can keep up the pace of the.
Great point. Yeah, I noticed that too when I was just certifying the pro. There were 25 different links. Each of them was a 15-minute read to digest, and it can be a lot. So, okay. Great. Thank you. All right, moving on. 7. All right, so the study format and plan overview, this is completely open to suggestion, guys. Like if you guys have a better idea or want to work things a little bit differently, like, please, please, please speak up. We can talk about it. We can vote as a group and decide which way we want to go. But obviously there's going to be week 1, which is going to be set the goals and the timelines. That again is not going to be groundbreaking. It's basically what is prescribed by Relativity. They've got a whole format online. And I'll go over that just quickly in a minute as well. Every week we want to do a quick 15-minute check-in. We don't want this to be a kind of like a wait on your time in your day to come to a video call. But we do want to be able to hold each other accountable and be there to support if someone has a question. I'd love to get on and say, hey, I got this question about X. And then, Akshar says, hey, I've done that before. And I said, great, can we hop off this call and get on another call and we just walk through this together? Like that's what this is for. Each of us can work with each other. This is that community that we want to build. And then maybe some bi-weekly study sessions where it's kind of like a video call like this. People pop on. Don't necessarily have to be on camera for those. Pop on, do your study, but just have like a library or like a study session where we all kind of come together. And then if someone has a question, say, hey guys, I got this question on X, right? Again, just an idea. I've seen this work before. And so I thought it might be something that we can do here as a group. And then also we want to make sure that we're doing Quizlets. Well, myself and Rayno, who is not on this call, are going to work on creating, and from you guys as well, we'll figure out a way to kind of solicit questions from you guys as well. But some Quizlets to talk about what we're learning each week, mock exams, and strategy sessions. Okay. All right, we got a hard stop, so I'm gonna keep going. 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, this is the schedule, guys. It's online. When you go into Relativity, this is what you're going to see. This is where we're going to start, create workspaces and manage instance objects. This is basic stuff, fairly easy. If you don't find it basic, don't worry. Just read and understand as best as you can. We'll send some Quizlets out, and then we can test your knowledge, and we'll go from there. All right, but week 1 is pretty simple to get you kind of warmed up and going. And each week we're going to go along this path. And this comes straight out of the Relativity website. I'll show you that in just a second. Okay. Why this group? Really accountability. No need to do it yourself. If one person gets busy, hopefully there are going to be more that can join, that you can work with. We're going to do Quizlets. We're going to add that as an add-on. We're going to start gamifying it, which I love this idea, right? 5 points for attending a session, 10 points for being on camera, another 5 points for completing the weekly quizzes, 5 points for doing the poll, 15 points for helping others, that sort of thing. Oh, great point. So if you register for the RCA, they'll provide a test environment. Also for this group, dedicated LinkedIn group. Rhino, who has done some other work inside of LinkedIn, we're going to create a group so we can have better communications within that instead of emailing back and forth. And then also, we really want to do a possible scholarship. Rhino and myself are going to be talking to Relativity. Rhino and myself are going to be talking to Relativity to try to find some scholarships. So someone with the most points or someone voted, whatever we decide as a group, we'll see about providing a scholarship to somebody who is maybe their company is not necessarily paying for it, or someone that's not working. We want to do something like that and make it a little bit more fun. Maybe more than just one scholarship, we'll see. But the test is $300. So if your company's not doing it, we want to find a way to help make that happen for you. Okay, so by next week, sign up to Relativity. There's the link. It's also in the email. And then we're going to go through week 1. I'm going to share my screen here in just a second and show you what that looks like. And then complete the Quizlet, which will be sent by email. So these are the 3 things that we're going to expect from ourselves by next week. sign up to Relativity. It's not hard. Do the first week, which is super simple. I think it's like 15-minute study. And then complete the Quizlet, which we'll send out. And by next Saturday that we meet, or whatever day or time we start meeting, we will commit and hold ourselves accountable to do these 3 things. You do these things, you get extra points, put points on the board, get to be part of the fun leaderboard for the group. And we have kind of a fun competition that way, friendly competition. Any questions there? So let me just show you real quick. Most of you may have already seen this, but once you register at Relativity Learning, there will be a page that looks like this. This is the study plan. I'm going to pop it into the message chat. And there are 49 like sections, and each of them are separated by week. Okay, it's actually 2 hours, but just because I've seen the content before, but it was pretty simple. But week 1, this is what we're going to complete by next Saturday. Takes 2 hours. There are 3 sections. It goes over the videos. I've talked to some masters already who have said that these videos are pretty good and they get you ready pretty good for the final test. So we're going to start there as the foundation. And like I said, we'll add Quizlets, etc. But let's do the first week. Pretty simple. You've got 3 sections. Takes about 2 hours to study. Write down any questions or notes that you might have or experiences. And then the next week we come together, we'll talk about it. We'll answer anybody's questions. Whoever's on the call will answer anybody's questions. We'll go around the room. If we can't answer it or we're unsure or we can't find it online, we'll reach out to the masters if they're not on the call already. We'll reach out to the trainers if they're not on the call already. We'll reach out to Relativity if we have to, right? Because we're here to win. We're here to take the RCA and pass, not almost, right? Not take it and fail. So we're going to do our best to do it quickly and get the answers we need as a group, confirm what we need, and all learn together. Okay, Stephen, great to have you. You got to jump. We're about to end here as well, but we'll send out the recording and we'll send out the notes as well. Thanks, Stephen. Great meeting you. Lisa, I'm so glad you're going to be Disneyland. That sounds like fun. But yeah, there'll be recordings, and you can just I think we're going to try to find a way to put a spreadsheet or something online that you can say complete or not complete, so you can still get the points in that regard. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to say that myself and Reno have come together as 2 people who Reno's a certified trainer. He's got a group before that he's worked with on LinkedIn. So we're going to use that group. I'll send more information on that, and we'll use that as a communication point, and we'll go from there. So you guys, great, Pallavi, great to hear it. So you guys have what we're doing for next week. You guys know what we're about in this group. Invite your friends if you want now, since it's gotten big. Like I said, I was looking for 2 or 3 people. Since it's as big as it is now, might as well make it bigger, so we can have more fun. That's it, guys. I appreciate you. And I'll look, any final questions, final remarks?
Daniel, can you provide the poll link? I don't see it on the email that was sent over with the invite.
You got it, Roman. This is the poll link. I'll send it in a follow-up email, but I've created a simple to remember a URL, https://bit.ly/RCA poll.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, they sent it in the chat.
Daniel, one thing more. I have opened sorry. Daniel, I have opened that link, but in the time zone, I'm not able to find India there.
Okay. We'll fix
Exactly.
that.
India is not there.
Say again?
India is not there in that list. It's
Okay,
GMT first.
we'll
Yeah.
fix that. We'll fix that. Just fill it out as best you can. You can leave that. You can, I don't know. Is there a solution there? Do you see? I'm not looking at the poll at the moment, but is there something that you can select that's similar to the time zone? And then we can mark that and fix that later.
It's like Bangladesh or Pakistan. So it's around that near to that Indian time.
Okay, can we do that? Can we agree to do that to make it happen? And then we'll follow up to get that fixed ASAP.
Sure.
Great. Anybody else? Great, guys. All right, it was great meeting you guys. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I'll stop talking now. I appreciate you guys. It's going to be fun. Hopefully, I get to meet you guys on camera next time. Can you guys see me first of all? And do you guys
Yeah.
have video?
Yep.
Yes.
Did it not let you have video, or did you guys just not?
I didn't turn on my video. I was just not prepared, but next time it should be.
Yeah, next time we'll do it. All right.
Mhm.
Looking
I
forward
was
to it.
doing housework and remembered about it. So
All good, guys.
Same here.
All right, so great meeting you guys. I
Thank
look
you,
forward to meeting you
Daniel.
more. All right, talk soon.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Daniel. Bye bye.